When we think about the most important things we can teach our children, what comes to mind? Well, it might not be what you think. Today, we're going to break down 10 essential life skills that go way beyond the report card, skills that build a genuinely successful and confident future.
It's so easy to get caught up in grades, tests, and all those academic achievements, right? But let's just hit pause for a second and ask a really big question. Outside of the classroom, are we actually equipping our kids with the real-world tools they're going to need to thrive?
Well, the answer, it seems, lies in a core set of life skills. These are the abilities that really build character, resilience, and independence. They're the true foundation for a well-rounded and happy life.
So we've grouped these 10 skills into 3 main categories. Let's start with the first and, honestly, the most foundational one, self-development skills. This is all about building that unshakable inner strength from the ground up.
Everything, and I mean everything, starts right here with self-respect. It is the absolute bedrock. When children truly understand their own value, they just naturally start making better decisions, they set healthier boundaries, and they develop this quiet confidence that you just can't teach from a textbook. Now, building on that inner strength, we get to something that is so crucial in today's world: managing stress. Teaching our kids how to handle pressure and, bounce back from setbacks, that's not a luxury anymore. It's an essential survival skill for navigating all of life's inevitable challenges.
And this leads us perfectly to the third pillar of self-development. See, it's not about giving them the answers, it's about teaching them how to find the answers for themselves. Analytical problem-solving empowers kids to look at a complicated situation, break it down into pieces, and then figure out a path forward, all on their own.
All right, so with a strong internal compass set, let's move on to our second category. This is where it gets interesting, because we're going to see how this inner strength translates outward. Social skills are all about how our children connect and interact with the world and, of course, the people around them.
So this slide really breaks down 2 sides of the same very important coin: communication. On the one hand, you've got that crucial ability to connect one-on-one, to really listen and understand another person. And on the other hand, you've got the confidence to stand up in front of a group and share your ideas clearly. One builds relationships, the other builds influence. Both are absolutely critical for navigating the social world.
Okay, so we've covered the internal world and the interpersonal world. Now for our third and final category, we get into the real nuts and bolts, the practical, hands-on skills that are just essential for everyday independence.
And here's a quick preview of the 5 key skills we're diving into in this section. We're talking about time management, financial discipline, cooking, self-defense, and even first aid. I mean, these are the skills that really transform a dependent child into a capable young adult.
Let's kick things off with time management. Now, the real lesson here isn't just about making a schedule. It's about teaching kids how to prioritize what's important, how to focus their energy, and ultimately how to take real ownership of their responsibilities.
Next up, and this is a huge one, money. When we introduce concepts like financial discipline and saving early on, we're teaching our kids the value of money, the importance of living within their means, and really the power of planning for their future.
Now, cooking, it might seem basic, but just think about it for a second. It is a direct line to self-sufficiency and good health. Knowing how to prepare even a simple, nutritious meal is a fundamental skill that is going to serve them for their entire lives.
And finally, we've got 2 skills that are really all about safety. Self-defense gives kids the confidence and the tools they need to protect themselves, while first aid empowers them to be a helper, not just a bystander in an emergency. These skills are all about creating a sense of security and preparedness. So let's just bring it all together. From self-respect all the way to first aid, these 10 skills create an incredibly powerful toolkit for life. They build a foundation that goes so much further than academics, preparing our kids for a life filled with confidence, independence, and resilience.
And that brings us to a final question, just for you to think about. Looking at this list, which one of these skills do you feel is the most important for your child's journey ahead? It's a pretty powerful question to reflect on. Thanks so much for tuning in.